Okay, we are live. Welcome everyone. So this is a quick live stream around Agent Wallet. So we kind of did a different live stream around the smart account, live coding session around building different kind of like vibe coding different apps. And this time we wanted to bring you something that we discussed different time in not just the office hours, but during the early access program of the MetaMask Agent Wallet, and it's basically building tooling around it, right? People come with like ask around, hey, I want to include different like social sentiment. I want to do different kind of like tooling around and function around the Agent Wallet, and Ayush here costing with me today, kind of like he thought about let's do a series on different kind of like new tooling, and we show the piggy bank last live coding session, and it's quite exciting. But before we start, Ayush, you want to quickly introduce yourself for the people that doesn't know you already?
Hello everyone, Ayush here. I work with the dev team at the MetaMask, and if you have any questions around like agent wallet or smart accounts get or money account, feel free to reach out to me. I hope by now like everyone has access to money account because I remember like last time we were on the call and people
Yes.
only had like 1% of people had the access to it. So
Yes, I
hopefully,
remember. Now, hopefully everyone, and it's also should be deployed to all Android extension, so everybody should actually have access to. So exciting, exciting. So I think like for this specific session, we thought about to do another like kind of like showcasing another feature and building together DCA bot. So I think like for the advanced trader out here, I don't know, feel free always to comment in the chat, right? Are you actually like trading? What are you doing? Perps, are you building instruments and workflow? I think a lot of people here, and builder included, started to building like automation back in the days with like Telegram bots, and I think there is so much more that today you can actually automate. And I think like, I think you can just search a lot of different type of things. And we wanted to highlight some of the feedback that we're getting in those office hours, and showing some of those automation. And I'm excited. So DCA both Ayush are, and I think like we're also going through a bit what is X4 2 and why we need it, but I think it's quite straightforward. I'm excited about this session.
yeah,
Are you excited about this session? More than the piggy
I
bank one that we did last week? Yeah?
I think
Good.
the idea was like to go through all of the use cases that a trader would do. It's basically like we use like agents for doing the coding stuff for the designing, and why not use the agents as well to like earn some more money. So remember, Francesco, we did a just a fun fact. We opened the ETH long last time when we were doing the copy trading, and that ETH long is up by 300%.
Oof.
So
Really?
yeah,
Well,
it's I saw it today when I wanted to like get some funds for the like the DCA board, and I checked it and it was like 300% up. So I was like, okay, I can put my other funds, but since it is up, I don't want to close my position on the pops. So I let it like run and see like what happens. So yeah, the idea is like to like help you understand like what other things you can do from for the agent wallet apart from the functionality we already have. We discussed like about copy trading last time for Hyperliquid, and
yes.
similarly, like we'll be discussing today how you can build the DCA using the agent wallet. I think one of the most common feature that people know in like stock trading and stuff is like DCA one, right? Where you dollar cost average for accumulating like different stocks or the tokens you want. And it's not like you are doing a perpetual of like 5x long or something like that. It's basically like you have $1,000. So let's say you will be putting $10 every day like an SIP plan, where if the sentiment is good, the rate like it's the right time to buy ETH, you will basically purchase X amount of ETH every time. And over the period of time, instead of having at a particular price, you will have a dollar cost average of the for the ETH accumulation. And we'll be doing that using the agent wallet. And we won't be like saying it, okay, like go buy ETH. We'll be creating an automation that will use the sentiments from the Masari. And using that sentiments, it will automatically decide whether it's a good time to buy ETH or not. And if it's a good time to buy the ETH, it will use again like agent wallet to trade your USDC to ETH. So that's the
Nice.
whole idea and agenda what we'll be building with the DCA bot. So yeah.
Exciting. Exciting. Okay, let's scroll back a little bit. For the people joining us, we're doing a live coding session and we're building an on-chain DCA bot for with the MetaMask agent wallet. So this is a very focused MetaMask agent wallet live stream. Just to give some context, everyone, we launched a beta version of the wallet during ETHConf in New York a couple of weeks ago, and now I think we are ready. Kayush, it's timing like crazy, and always get feedback. So this is a beta, meaning we are basically like dealing with like an early access. So for every advanced trader out there, advanced builder that is building currently is doing anything the perps, polymarket bets and spot automations, like feel free always to reach out. But in a nutshell, agent one execution layer, right? And do everything around on-chain trades, protects every transaction. I use your guardrails. Do we want to kind of like give an hint why the agent wallet has different guardrails than other CLIs out there?
Yeah, definitely. So I think like one of the core problem that we found out while like doing research on the multiple CLIs and the agent wallets out there was like it does not have a capability to restrict the transaction that is happening, right? So that means like your agent had superpower to like do anything they want to do. So let's say like if there is prompt injection attack where like someone is saying, okay, uh, transfer X amount of money to my address. That was something that happening earlier, and we have seen like people losing like a lot of money from their open claw agents as well, and that was kind of getting a trend, and that was the main reason we needed the guardrails, right? Here with the agent wallet, you have a specific guardrail which limits the amount of USDC your agent can basically do transactions with. So, for example, if Francesco, you have set like your guardrail to be like $50 a day, right? Your agent won't be able to like do any kind of transaction that is like going above $50 without your approval. So, and every time like it goes above $50, you will get an email saying that okay, your transaction limit has been like exceeded. Do you want to approve this or not? So, at the end of the day, if it is under like the restrictions you have set, it's good to go without any human interaction. And if every time anytime like it tries to do something that goes above the guardrail, it will need a human intervention to approve it. And apart from that, we also have something called Shield, which is baked in. Shield is a premium product available in MetaMask extension. People can subscribe to it, and like it allows like to scan malicious transaction, malicious signatures, and protects the users on extension. We are giving this the whole feature for free in the agent wallet, so you don't need to even like subscribe or pay anything. We are handling the every cost. Every transaction that goes through agent wallet has been protected against malicious checks and everything. So you don't need to worry if anytime like a contract gets hacked or something, your agent wallet won't be able to interact with that kind of contract. It will be basically blocking it and will require your approval as well if it's a new contract that agent is interacting with. So this kind of security guardrails are, I think, like is one of the cool features of the agent wallet.
Nice, that's super exciting. And we already started to see like different type of user building like different type of automation for like spot, for obviously like and quite interesting because really like there is no limit to what you can build, and I already see also different integration coming. So if you are building something interesting out, feel free always to reach out and try it out. So how you can try it out? Like we are in this early access program until the general access public, so we're trying to kind of like keep it small, having focus group, having office hours, and try to kind of also really need, and depend on those feedbacks. We're very lean. We're also like shaping the entire like prioritization around that. This is a quick QR code. You basically can go on metamask.io/agent wallet, and you can sign up for the early access program. So we did 4 batches of waves, and we're planning to basically like accept the next batch. So if you're interested, always reach out. Okay, let's continue. So the goal of this DCA, but with the MetaMask agent wallet. So let's give some background around X402 and you know why X402, how people actually using, and what is X402 in a nutshell, Ayush?
Yeah, I before like we even go with the X42, I would like to just give a shout out to the people, because X42 was added because of the beta testers. We had like an office hours, the first officer I believe like that it was, and one of the feature requests that we got was around the X402, right? And that's why the whole X402 was added to the skills, and your agent wallet is now able to do the X42. So this is the community that we're talking about. If you join the EAP program, and if you have like any suggestions or feedbacks, features you want to see, we are more
Yes,
than
yes.
happy to include those to superpower you. Going on, like, what is Xrope, right? So one of the other thing that we faced problem as the OpenClaw went in getting like more traction was of the like losing the access to API keys, or like API keys getting exposed. I remember that was the mold book, right? Like where people were doing prompt injection to like say your like for your agent to like share the API keys on the mold book, and that was pretty funny thing to see, right? And let's say like if you want some kind of sentiment analysis for your trading, right? Because agent wallet is specifically for the trading stuff. So if you want like sentiment analysis, you can use like third party services, and the third party services obviously have the API keys. But if you are exposing an API key, there's always like this kind of um, issues where your agent can share this API key to someone else if the prompt injection happens, or can like post it somewhere where you don't want it to post it, right? So the whole problem can be solved using an X42. So X42 is basically a protected route payment. So you don't need an API key. You can pay per request. So let's say like if an API you want to call is expecting like $0.2 to be paid for the request to be fulfilled, your agent or your wallet will be used to pay that $0.2 to the API. And if the settlement is confirmed, you will get the response back. So if I want to like, for example, I will be using the Masari API for the sentiment analysis for the DCA bot, right? So let's say like we are paying some amount of money to the Masari API. As soon as the settlement has been done, we'll be getting the sentiment analysis back. That okay, your this is like the sentiment analysis. You can either purchase ETH or not, right? So that's what like X42 allows you to do. Without API keys, agent can do actually like API calls and pay per request.
Nice, nice. I think that's a great context. And again, also shout out to the early members actually flagging this out, and willingness also to action. And again, we so I think that's exciting. Sounds good.
So let's start with like showing like how you can use X42 with agent wallet. And then maybe we can like once we know like how X42 works with agent wallet, we can go and start building our DCA bot. And to do that, I'll share my screen and we can go through our stuff, right? So if you see, like I already have like the agentic CLI installed, right? And I can check my version. I'm already on the latest one.
Or do you want to increase the
So
size of the terminal there?
is it
Okay,
video? Yeah,
perfect.
awesome. So I already have like the latest version, right? And I also like have my skills installed, which I can check with Doctor, right? And it will also check whether like the skills are appropriately installed for the specific version or not. And if you see like it says like okay, the recommendation skills has been installed, everything is fine. We don't want to install the other skill. So now what we'll be doing is like we'll open our Claude. We'll open our Cloud Code because we want to like interact with the agent wallet using like any agent framework. We are using Cloud Code here, but you can interact with any kind of agent framework. Might be Hermes, which is like Francesco's favorite, as we know, since like a lot of like live streams we have been doing. If you want to use OpenClaw, if you want to use Codex, anything you can use. We are compatible with any of the frameworks out there. And what we'll be doing is we'll be just sharing the link, uh, and let's take a balance. Before we do any call, we need to make sure we have some USDC in our account to.
So it doesn't prompt automatically if I don't have like wallet. It will just decline every transaction automatically.
Yeah. So if we try to do like X4 to call without having a balance, it will obviously fail because we don't have
Okay.
enough like balance to do the call.
Yes.
So it will do the call, but it will fail. So it got the address and now dispatching the balance as well. Now, if you see, this is my address. It will show in a good like the format as well. And this is just the output of the CLI that is showing right now. But you can see this is my wallet address, and I have like 12 USDC on base, and we'll be using the base network to do the export to call in the DCA bot. I have like $3, almost $4 worth of ETH, and $8 worth of USDC, right? And now what we'll do is like we'll just grab this Bazaar API, check which X42 API sellers we can
So
interact, right?
why, just for the people out there, why Messari and not other kind of like, instrument? Is there, do you have any preference why? Like, is more like,
So
yeah.
I think Masari is one of the like top one right now, and it supports like X402, which kind of like does not like require me to have an API key and like give it to the agent to do it. So that is the main reason like I am choosing the Masari. But if you know
Okay.
any kind of other services that provides a sentiment analysis, you just need to like tell your agent, okay, instead of Masari, use this, and
Yeah.
that's it. You don't need to change the whole logic. It's just basically where you are getting your source of um, trading analysis just changes, nothing else. And we are basically giving the bazaar bazaar list here, bazaar docs. It will go through the docs, it will find the bazaar endpoint and get the sellers that are out on the bazaar here. This is not the Masari one, this is like bazaar to like see like how you can interact with the X2 using agent wallet.
Mhm.
It's basically like we are trying to confirm that everything in the agent wallet is working, every piece that we'll be using, so that it does not kind of blocks us ahead when we do the whole DCA bot.
Sounds good.
So as you see, like does not list sellers directly, the buzzer is live catalog. It is querying the API now, and it will query the API and give you the, so it's getting resources, total
Mhm.
sellers 100, and it will give in a nice presentable way what you can do and how much it cost. So you can see like it has now crypto and DeFi data. These are the services. You can pay this much to get the services done. There is also this Twitter sentiment premium token Intel, right? Instead of, if you don't want to use Masari, you can also like use this one as well. There is, if you see, there is the blockchain Ethereum RPC tools that you can use for X42. There's Twitter and
Nice.
social like alpha from the top 50 crypto KOLs, stock Tradify macro as well. Whatever kind of things you can expect like would be there. Now, what we want is like,
Are we
uh,
using social sentiment or?
yeah, let's try with this one. Get use the call the call the token endpoint, and which token do you want to get info for? ETH.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Awesome. Let's see. I like how Claude Code like just throws the gibberish words out there and says like
Oh
missing,
yeah.
sort,
I think there are
formalizing.
so many now. They even extend the library of like words, and I find new words every day. Yeah, it's quite interesting.
So this is like we said, like okay, you can call the premium token Intel endpoint to get for ETH. It called the endpoint. It got like what are the payment requirements. So payment requirement is like 0.01 USDC on base network. This is the pay to address. So whatever amount we are transferring will go to this address. This is the USDC address, and it is asking me should we go with the payment or not. We will say yes, and will allow it. So it's basically right now reading the skills of X4 to like how to do the X4 to call actually. So it's reading the skills and we'll be able to like execute it. I don't like do allow list all, just so like it's like
Yeah.
restricted. But if you don't want like this to be prompted again and again, you can update your allow list for the cloud, or you can dangerously skip permissions, which I won't suggest you to do. But there are ways to like not have this kind of prompts again and again. So it's running right now. It's trying to pay for the auto AI services, getting token alpha. Let's see. Now it shows like instead of misting, clouding. Is this even a word, clouding?
I like cloud maxing right now. No, cloud code maxing. Yeah. Oh,
So
what is
it
this? I see
it says
code.
network timeout.
Oh,
So
is there a PC
might
side?
be
No.
the seller might be down as well. I'm not sure. We can let it cook again and see if it's working or not, or we can switch to Masari APIs because I did try with the Masari APIs. It works fine.
What are you using right now?
Right
The
now I'm from Bazaar Seller
Bazaar
endpoint.
seller. Yeah.
So it says payment is settled. So on the second time it went through. First time was the network timeout, and then it like tried to hit again. The payment was settled, as you can see. We can also
Okay.
do
Nice.
control O, and you can see this is the response we got, right? And the whole thing is here, and this is the actual token intelligence that we got. We paid 0.01 USDC, and it says rank 2 performances 1 hour this changes. This is the signals. Short squeeze in progress, 4x more shorts liquidated than the longs. So as you can see right now the price is going up, so it's basically liquidating the shorts that people have done, right? The funding is neutral, open interest is this much, and liquidations, these are the longs and for the shorts. So obviously like it's like going up, so shorts are basically might be more liquidated. There are like hyper liquid whales are leaning short now. Nearest liquid at this one. Technical 4 hour, key fundamentals, momentum signal. But at then it says like DYOR, which I don't they don't understand because it's a token intelligence report, so it should have like more kind of what do you say, confidence on what they are showing and be more. So summary is like bullish technical setup, right? So if you wanna, as per the intelligence, if you wanna long, you can long. This is the good setup for you. So that's how like you can interact with the like Xoro using agent wallet. And we'll be, instead of using this API, we'll be using the Masari API to get the like trading sentiments for the ETH. And according to that, we'll ask the bot to accumulate ETH, right? And before we jump to that, what I can do is I can also like show you how it works. So I'm using Cloud Code here, but you can use any of the agent framework. Any of the agent framework also has an option to do a cron job. I have used like OpenClaw, and I know like there is an option to schedule a cron job in OpenClaw. I think Francesco, you can confirm for the Hermes as well, right? There is an option to do
Yes.
the cron job. So similarly, what we know as a cron job, where you can like schedule something to be done every X amount of time. Cloud Code has something called slash loop, which you can use to like create like automated task every X minutes of time and based on certain conditions. So we'll be using that one. So what will happen is it will first like sign X4 to payment. The Cloud Code using the agent wallet will sign the X4 to payment, and it will get the signals from the Masari API. Once we get the each sentiment and the mindshare data from the Masari API, we will check if the sentiment is like greater than zero point 0.2. So how the sentiment work is like you have a scale of -1 to +1. If it is like below 0, it's basically like the bearish signal, and if it is above 0, it's basically a bullish signal, right? And we have like just kept it above 0.2. So even it's like minor bullish, it needs to be like somewhat mid bullish to be accumulating ETH. And if it's above 0.2, it will use the agent wallet to swap USDC to ETH on the base. Once transaction has been confirmed, it will log it. And if the sentiment is 0.2, it will basically skip the whole flow ahead and will not buy ETH for you.
So
This
we have
is
to
just,
skip. Yeah.
yeah. So this is just one way to do the DCA bot. You can have your own trading strategies due to time constraint, and like to showcase like how you can do it. We are using Masari API and get doing the mindshare data and sentiment. But if you have like your own trading strategies, like using RSI indicators, using other indicators like the funding rate and everything, you can definitely use that as well for your DC
Mhm.
bot, as per your choice. So what we'll do is like, now we know what we need to do. Well, we can basically, I'll create a new directory because I wanted to run inside a controlled environment and give permissions there. And we'll go to the DCA bot and
In
we'll
the
open.
meantime, Ayush, I like what Shabazz just wrote in the chat. Shabazz is our colleague of MetaMask. Is how to make 100 to 100K. Please don't make mistake, right?
Nice. So if you have any trading strategies, you can also like join the EAP program. We would be happy to do copy trade you, like from what we did last time in the live stream. We can also copy
Yes.
trade your address if you're a good trader. So we know, right? So let's create a. I'm not writing any code. I'll just prompt it and it will create a loop for me itself. So I'll say let's create a DCA bot uh, using loop, right? So if you see, like, it's already a command here using loop. For time being, I'm saying every 1 minute, right? You can keep it 24 hours, 12 or 12 hours, depending on how much every time you want to run the loop. But I'm saying 1 minute because we want to do the testing. That's why. Every 1 minute to fetch the Masari API, and we have here Dex for Auto Masari, and we can check the document and which get asset details. I think it has. You know what? I can just give it to the agent and tell me to find an API.
Like open question.
Yeah, gives the sentiments.
So for the people chiming in right now, we're basically building a DCA both with the MetaMask agent wallet and leveraging some of the Messari API.
Yeah, hopefully it should work. uh,
Are you
can
giving the direct link? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just give the link. They also have the skills, but I'm not using the skills just for one reason, because I want to show that you can actually one shot everything using the agent wallet. You don't need to install like multiple skills to do it. So that's the whole reason. But if you want to install skills, you can also actually install the skills that they have. They are pretty good. But for me to show like you don't need a lot of things and we are capable to one shot any interaction that you do on like blockchain using just agent wallet. So I have given the prompt, right? Let's see. So it's checking the Masari X42 API docs before building, and it will confirm whether to use this API or not. It's exploring that. We'll give yes. If you have any like specific tool that you use to get trading sentiments, you can drop in the comments. We can also try to like use that if we have like time left in the live stream.
Yeah,
It
and for the
is,
hackathon, we're planning to officially like push the result this week. So
yes. Today,
keep it.
hopefully, will be this will be out. So let's say yes.
What's your policy around allow listing things? Are you always allow list for that specific like domain and repo, or you're doing a general allow list?
I do restrict it to the particular folder that I am in. So if I wanna like do web search or specific APIs that I know that I wanna call, I'll allow list them, but not at the global level, at the repo level. So if I'm at different repo or at the global level, at root level, it will not work. It will need allow list again, just so that make sure it's just whatever happens is restricted towards the folder and not outside of the folder. So it's basically reading the docs.masari.io lms.txt, and we'll say, okay, you can do it, can search more about it. So it fetched the API reference endpoints. Let's see what it gets now. Meanwhile, we can also like try to see which one gives that. There is also newsfeed, so you
Oh,
can
that's
use
nice.
the newsfeed as well if you wanna like do your DCA based on the newsfeed. And I know like newsfeed also has like something called sentiment, but it's not guaranteed that it will always hit in the sentiment for it. It might say, if you see like this, it has like sentiment of 0.8, but it's not guaranteed that it will always give sentiment. So that's why I don't want to use like this particular API key, API
Hmm.
endpoint. But yeah, there is also news one as well. Let's see.
I'm checking for the sentiment in their docs, but it looks only on the governance taxonomy, the sentiment
So,
level.
so this one has like assets one. So JSON schema, open, close, high, low. You can also check like you can also search here, right? So it does support signals one. So it's fetch have done details. It is thinking. Let's see what is thinking. So this is the confirm endpoint. As you can see, uh, this is the assets ID. If you do Ethereum, which we already checked earlier, and it has a field called sentiment field, and it has like, as I talked earlier, like it has like -1 to +1. So if it is like below zero, it's basically a bearish sentiment, and it's like greater than zero, it's a bullish one. And we just want to make sure that it does not fluctuate a lot. So that's why we have kept 0.2, greater than 0.2 for the sentiment one. And for that, it will use the XO2 payment 3009 asset transfer method. And that's it. Now we'll just say, okay, you can read the swap reference as well, X42 reference as well, and create the scheduler, the loop one, and we'll be good to go. I like how like whatever kind of trading strategies that you have from your previous experience you used to do manually, you
Yes.
can actually talk to the agent and actually make a whole automated process for it. And I think like that's where agent wallet really shines, because it gives you option to um, like do any kind of web3 interaction that you used to do either from MetaMask extension directly, right? So
Yes. I agree. I agree. I mean, yeah, and you can also combine, right? Because I tested out so many different like boats around social sentiment inputs and like always, for example, arbitrage between different axes. But I think like the cool things around the agent wallet, you can actually like combine and start triggering different points. So I think that's very useful.
Yeah.
And as extra also like garlays on the security side, right?
Yeah, true. And like it does not need to be that you have only one source of like the sentiment. For example, we also saw the news feed, right? So you can combine the sentiment that you get from the this assets endpoint and then from the news feed endpoint. And once you have like both of them, you can actually get the mean one. So like just to make sure that it's not like biased towards something.
Yeah.
So if you see, it is saying the signal API is zero. Okay, wait for me. The signal API is 0.55 per call by XO2 at one call per minute. It's fine. I wanna do the testing one. Let's. Uh, so it was trying to write the scripts, but we don't need to write the scripts because we already support the XO2. So
Mhm.
no needs of scripts involved. Yes, you can read about X402 pay from skills.
Oh, that's nice. Did they add it recently or
We added like last week the X402 support in the skills.
the team is shipping
So
so many things, even like
yeah,
the day before? Yeah.
so you see like nothing needed. Everything needs will be handled directly without a package needing or anything.
Nice.
So it is running doctor first to check whether we are logged in or not. It's changing the one towards that. Yes. Now it is inspecting the Masari endpoint to make sure it is like working fine. So when you do X4 to pay inspect, it will give you the payment requirements it needs, and also the X4 to data such as which asset transfer method it supports.
Okay. So it update the data directly.
So you can see like it has like the payment required status and it payment it is confirmed before please approve. Yes. So fetching the sentiment from Masai by X402 something failed. Let's see. Oh, this was the um so it got like it supports like I think Solana and Base both, and it is now like targeting towards Base because we don't have Solana. It does not want it to be like select any random network. So it's selecting Base here. So if you see it is confirming the network should be Base.
Mhm.
Also fix the response needs to be exported. Okay, good. Hmm. It got the payment. The payment succeeded, but the response shape differs from the expected.
Hmm. So right now, just to give an overview to people, like what are the triggers for like the buy on the DCA basis? Are we triggering based on the social sentiment?
Yeah, so based on the sentiments we get from the Masari API, right? The signal one
Yeah.
assets, it will give whether the sentiment is right now in -1 to +1 range. And also, I think it will also have the mind share. And based on the
Yes.
sentiment, we'll be doing the accumulation of ETH. If it is like greater than zero point 0.2, we'll be actually accumulating the ETH. So we'll be just swapping the USDC to ETH at that point. So it says USDC settled. It will get the response and it will check what is the response expected.
Mhm.
So the 24-hour mean is done. Okay, running the cycle again. I hope it is not using like we didn't define the minimum USDC to swap per cycle. I hope. Okay, so it is like swapping the 10 USD which we don't want. So see, the sentiment is 0.37, which is above the threshold and is swapping, but it will fail because we don't have enough funds in our in our agent wallet. We don't have 10
That's
USDC.
why.
So
Yep.
let me uh,
Quick time check. We have like 10 minutes, 11
yeah,
minutes left.
swap to. So we changed the per DCA swap to 1 instead of 10 just to make sure that the cycles are running smoothly. But you can define any, and you can also like update the swap amount based on the like the sentiment. So if my sentiment is zero about 0.5, you basically multiply your base amount of USDC by 2. So now it is like doing fetching again. Let's see if it works now. So sentiment was above the threshold, which was 0.37. It's now swapping 1 USDC to ETH on base.
Mhm.
Let's see what happens now.
Okay.
So approve is approving 1 USDC for swap on base. Transaction submitted. Now it will, once it is approved, it will now try to swap.
Mhm.
So transaction submitted for swap.approve, which was done. We got the transaction hash. This everything will be also logged. So you can also tell your like your DCA what to log everything that is
Mhm.
happening. So like you can then also reiterate in the future on the trading analysis. So cycle completed, swap executed. So you can see now the sentiment was about 0.37,
Yep.
right? And now since it was 1 minute, it is running again because 1 minute has been done. It is now running again. It will check the threshold again and swap again. So we are not doing anything. It's ideal if you use like OpenClaw Hermes
Yep.
because you need your agent to be online every time. As soon as I basically close the cloud code, it will die unless like I create a script that runs without having cloud code in between. And this is doing that thing, right? This is basically a shell script, so I don't need to keep running my cloud code to make sure this is running. It will be always running in the background. So it's now again like approving USDC on base and submitting transaction. One way to also optimize this is that you approve USDC pre-hand for like the larger amount. If you're accumulating like every 12 hours or something like that, but up to you. But just in minor, that will save some amount of ETH for you.
Yes.
So I've executed again. Now we'll say stop the cycle because we don't want it to run.
Hmm.
So it's working, and it will execute this one and it will stop. Let's force stop it. And we'll check what is the wallet balance now. Earlier we had like around $4 of ETH, right? It should be more now. Now we have like $5.5 worth of ETH. So we basically purchased ETH worth of 2 USDC. And maybe next time in the stream we can see whether our DCA bot accumulated rightly or not, whether our ETH is up or
Good
down.
point.
Yeah, so that's it. Like this is like the DCA bot that you can have for yourself using Agent Wallet. We are using Masari for the sentiment, which is I feel like it's very basic one, but you can have your own any kind of strategy that you want. It does not need to be a simple, straightforward. Your complex strategies can work as well.
It's crazy that we were able to build like a DCA that fast, right? I remember I did my first like DCA with like a Python script, old manual, running kind of like an iteration wave. Yeah, it's impressive.
And the best thing is like since we have support for X-Pro 2, your agent can pay for any kind of data it wants via X-Pro 2
Yes.
and get the premium data and then actually use that data to do the trades.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I like also the other use case, right? That we said we can start doing like, plane booking and agent-to-agent commerce, right? That's also quite interesting. But I think, I think for the first one, last week we did the piggy bank, now we do the DCA. I think there is so many even low level advanced trading tooling that you can literally facilitate with this. And I think I mean the immense response that we're getting right now from those people in the early access program, it's quite impressive because you can literally build also full integration with your own product that you're having right now, right?
True.
And you build like the execution layer is the agent wallet. So exciting. And yeah, Chan, that you're just joining right now. We're basically building this DCA bot, leveraging the MetaMask agent wallet on the execution side, and yeah, and we just finished it. But we have full recording online. We will send also some links, and I really, yeah, was really excited. I think it's one of the first live stream where we are on time, Ayusha, and it actually worked
Yeah.
on the first attempt. But
I think
I mean,
demo are with us from like
yes,
past few
demagogues. Yeah,
streams.
it's early in the week, right? It's only Tuesday, right? We are not doing this on Friday. Maybe it was a tired week. But so, question: how you will like expand this? I think we use now the social sentiment. I think like on Messari we actually checked all the API, sorry, all the API pricing by kind of like category. Maybe even including all the category that are matching. If you have a positive sentiment plus is a good, I don't know, there is some TA factor that you want to
Yeah.
include.
Like you can also like have get the RSI like RSI data and other funding information, liquidation
Nice.
information from the Masari, and then you can actually accumulate the whole thing and then decide instead of just picking one source and then deciding whether to accumulate it or not. But as we
Yes,
mentioned, up to you what kind of strategy you want because strategies differ from person to person. This is just a way to show you folks that you can actually build a DCA bot with any kind of strategy that you want.
agree. No, sounds good. I mean, yeah, it was super helpful. Ayush. So I think like for the next, yeah, for the next one, we can definitely like have, if you have also like here and you're hearing us right now, if you have any specific use case that you want us to build, to live build and the live test with you like during a future live stream, feel free to like reach out. Again, yeah, we are part of this part of the MetaMask Agent Wallet early access program before we're going fully general access. And next week we're also like opening up for the next batch. So if you're interested, feel free to also like join here. So basically, like out of it, what we will get is mostly like we're running really like close groups, office hours. If you're building already a product and you're an advanced builder, or you're diving deep into different kind of like tooling for like trading spot, perps, or prediction market, especially now with the World Cup, right? There is so many things. Actually, sentiment is a good. We could actually do that for the next one,
I think
but.
we like some of the people asking like whether how to do with the sentiments, and now since we have export, they don't even need to like manage the API keys via agent. Just use the
Mhm.
export to call and
Yes.
do it.
I mean, wait, there was a tweet about who need an API key if you have already your agent running on X42 or something like that, right? New
Yeah,
API are X42 or something like that. I need to find the tweet and send it out in our Telegram group.
true, true.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Ayush. And exciting also like for having another live stream next week. And yeah, in the meantime, feel free. Anyone here, thanks so much for listening, and thanks so much for everyone, facilitating this live stream. And yeah, see you next week. And we are online. Our doors are always open. And yeah, feel free to reach out also in the Telegram group.
Yeah, like last closing words, like we saw like people talking about the hackathon results. The results are
Oh
out.
yes.
If you go on the MetaMask dev, I can share the check the results here. So results are out while you are on the stream. So hopefully people now can like check those out, and congratulations to if you are winning, and like keep up the good work.
Congrats, congrats everyone. I don't know if we even need to actually like announce, but I think yeah, just go on the MetaMask dev handle, and yeah, results are fully out. So congrats, congrats to everyone here involved. I think we also like go through some of the winning project. If you are a winner, we would love to have you also like present in our next community call. So please reach out. And if not, we will obviously like reach out and give you like this space to present. And yeah, until then, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Ayush, for
You
hosting this meeting.